probably heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Some people think that once you reach a certain age, you're too old to learn many things. But new research is showing that it's not the case. In fact, older brains may be better at meeting some challenges than younger ones. And we have wicked cool Wanda here all the way from Maine to prove that that's a fact. My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Welcome everyone back to another exciting episode of whatever this is. We have a special guest from Standish, Maine. That is a long ways from, that's not across the pond, is it? But she came all the way from Standish, Maine, Wanda Prunty. And she is here to learn a few things from yours truly. So come on in over here. Watch out for that. That thing will get you. All right, so this is Wanda. Wanda, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you met us, me, how you,
I watched you on videos.
Clearly?
YouTube.
Wow.
I watched you on YouTube. I found you on YouTube, and I watched your videos.
I'm sorry. And you didn't learn quite enough.
I couldn't understand you, so I wanted to see you in person.
You couldn't understand, wait till you, yeah. So anyway, she's how long you been carving?
I've done 3 carvings.
3 carvings.
This summer I started.
Oh, so you got some miles under you now. A couple 3 carvings. And she wants to learn certain things, and she didn't want to waste her time because time is of the essence. When we hit a certain age, you know, when I've had some, I'm not even going to say.
Old people, like you said on the phone to me.
I'm not going to, I did not say
You
that.
did,
Oh,
so.
I said.
You said, oh.
More aged.
Oh, we've had old people through here before.
Vintage.
Yes, you said to me.
I'm old people. Vintage people of a certain vintage or make and model. Is it okay if we state your age?
Sure.
Because you wouldn't believe it. Because I didn't believe it.
I'm 66.
66 pickup sticks, and she still looks like she's in her 50s, max. So, yeah, it's possible. If you're out there and you're a little bit
older, like I am.
Vintage. We've had my friend Bill come from Florida. He was 76? No, 74 years young. That's a cool video. Check it out. I'll put a little picture there. And then we had a lady all the way from Manitoba who was 64. And I've had a 90 or 87-year-old fella here. No fooling.
Yeah.
There's been some pretty aged people, but I think those are the people that are smart enough to go, I want to do this, but I don't want to wait around.
Amen.
And kick myself and bloody my knuckles on something if I don't have to. So you spend a few bucks, come here, have some fun, and eat some good food. You brought some, or you had some delivered from Maine. So stick around for that, and we're going to get into some tools here. It's all going to be speedy footage. So anyways, folks, if you want to stick around to the end, that would be great. Don't forget to like and subscribe, smash that notification bell, and...
What does that bell do?
It's a notification bell. It means anytime I put up a video, you get notified. And then you can watch it.
But if I hit the bell?
If you hit the bell, that means you're the one getting notified of anything that I do.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Okay?
Huh?
It's good enough. All right, so stick around. All right.
I wondered what that bell was for. I was hitting it, but it's like, is it supposed to do something for me?
No, it's supposed to, but when you're watching my videos, no, it doesn't do anything for you.
I did once.
It's a letdown every time. Okay, so we're here with Wanda Prunty. Correct? I said it right? Right on. So you're from...
Standish, Maine.
Standish, Maine. All the way... How many miles is that? That's got to be... 1,000? Maybe more?
It's this far on the map.
It's that far. She's holding up 2 fingers. Oh boy. It's the length of a beer can on the map or so. Okay, so Wanda, what's your story? What's your deal?
Well, I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for 45 years.
45 years?
45 years.
It's a lot of hair.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know exactly where I saw my first chainsaw carving. It was on YouTube, and I just thought I really wanted to try that. And so last winter I watched videos all winter long of chainsaw carving, and I saw, my first one I saw was Ryan Cook.
Okay.
And I used to watch him all the time, and then his friend Jody Johnson, and I found you, and you gave classes, and I really loved your style of carving. So I would watch and watch and watch, and then finally this summer I started to carve. I went out and did my first carving and was very pleased with myself.
I saw it. It was wonderful.
I was really
I'll
surprised.
I'll put that up on the screen so everyone can see, and I'm sure you'll all be impressed as well.
Probably not as impressed as I was.
I don't know. It's pretty impressive for a first timer.
And my husband was really supportive of me doing it. Actually, he was very impressed when he saw my first carving. And then I decided I was going to call you so that I didn't have to waste my time trying to figure it out, because I'm not getting any younger, and
none of us are, and neither am I. So you know, we're all in the same boat.
So I just wanted to help myself jumpstart it, so I wasn't wasting my time trying to figure everything on my own.
Well, that is pretty smart, actually. A lot of carvers out there that have the ambition end up trying to figure this out by themselves. It's mostly men that do it. I think the women are smarter that way. They'll just be like, well, I don't want to wrestle around with this. You know, I want to learn how to do this. But there's a lot of carvers out there that will help, you know, local carvers that will help you if you have any that potentially could help you. You just have to ask. And there's a lot of carvers online that you can get help from. But in all honesty, in my opinion, I think you stick to one camp. You just stick with that one camp until you're out there on your own and you can make your own decisions. But it's the same thing that happened with me in archery, where my teacher, I just did everything he did. I bought all the same stuff he had, and then I stayed on that course, and he never steered me wrong. So, and I really enjoyed those tools, and they were very effective, and I was very comfortable with them, and I knew my capacity with them. So, I mean, it was great, and if it's good enough for him, and he's awesome, well, it's good enough for me, you know. So stick with a camp. Going on, I mean, there's dangers out there as far as your sanity is concerned. When you're trying to learn how to do something and you see all these people online and they're all doing things differently, and you're just like, what? All right, so
where do I start?
Where do I start? Jiminy Christmas. So tell us a little bit more about, so you found us on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan Cook, he's a friend. I've carved up at, where was that? Carver-Palooza, I think twice with Ryan. Once or twice, I can't remember. But it was a long stretch. It was like 7 days, I think, we were there. And we had a hoot. Me and Ryan and Jordan Anderson and can't remember who else was in our little group. But it was a lot of fun. And this was after he did his stint on Saw Dogs. It was after that program. Have you ever seen it?
I never saw that.
Oh, well. You should look it up on YouTube.
So we've made it through the ninja board stage. Still got a little work to do on the ninja boards. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to teach her a few things that she can take back home to Maine and make some bucks with, right? So first thing we're going to do she said she really likes my gnomes, so I'm gonna teach her how I do my gnomes. You know, everybody does them a little different. Maybe she'll do them different, I don't know. But we're gonna try to do the best we can with what we have. So this is the setup. So we have a jaw horse with a 2x6 in it. And then I have kind of like a big heavy duty lag with like a T30 lag in it. It's about maybe a 6-incher. And you go right up to that 2x, right into this section of white pine. And basically what it is you take your white pine. I made a video on this before if you want to check it out. Take your white pine, about yay big around, and you just rip it like 3 times, or 2 times. So you have 3 pieces. You screw them to that board, and then you just systematically start whacking out gnomes. And that's exactly what Wanda and I are gonna do. So Wanda, you're gonna, you look so lost. Jeez. So you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be okay.
All right. So we're gonna carve gnomes together. It's gonna be lots of fun, and hopefully she'll learn something that she can take home and make some big bucks. Big bucks, wicked big, no whammies. So let's begin, shall we?
I will now.
You can find anything on YouTube.
Yeah, I know you can.
So yeah, he's been part of a bunch of different carving shows, but I have not. I have been out here in the windy plains of Wisconsin.
Well, that was the thing with you that I heard. You talked about how to take care of your tools and what to look for, and I really have not much experience working with chainsaws or anything, so
yeah,
that was the other thing I really wanted to learn.
Okay, so what we're gonna do too, I mean, this is day 3, and we've gone over a lot of that stuff, and then yesterday you did ninja boards for a while, and today you're gonna start carving. I think we were just gonna do some fun stuff, so you can, when you get home, you can start, you know, carving, have something that you can carve immediately. You know, I can go over a bunch of things with you, but instead I think you're at the stage because you're just getting ready to, you're fixing to get ready, as they say down south. You're fixing to get ready. So we're just gonna get you started so that you can do 1 or 2 things, and with some confidence, and then the rest is up to you. And then if you want to come back and work on some other stuff, we can do that too. But this time I think we're just going to cover gnomes, and I also want to go over the different parts of the chainsaw and how to do the actual removal. Have you ever taken a bar and chain apart?
I have.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you know which end is the dangerous end. Yeah, the sharp end. So tell us about your experience getting here.
Our plane got in late because they were fixing the plane in Maine, and so I think it was like a 15-minute delay.
Was restrained.
Yeah. So we had to sit and wait, and it was a short period in between once I landed in Pittsburgh to get to my next flight. So that 15 minutes really shortened it a lot, and when we got there I had to run from one end of the airport to the other. And
you were running?
I ran really fast.
Oh yeah, you did.
I walked really fast. really fast.
Yeah, you did. As fast as your 5 foot, your 5 foot body would move.
I'm 5'2".
5'2", sorry. And you're 66 years old, right?
Yeah.
And believe me, I asked her if I could say her age. It's important that people know it because she's got a lot of energy for a 66-year-old, and she looks great. When she knocked on the door, I wasn't sure who she was. I was like, well, I am expecting company, but she said she was 66, and when I saw her standing there, I was like, that's not a 66-year-old. I thought she was selling Tupperware. I'm like, we have plenty of Tupperware. Are you kidding me? know, but she looks great. So you were running. You were
walking really, really fast. Wicked fast.
With the wind, wicked fast. And
I saw them closing the doors as I was walking really fast.
Oh.
And when I got to the gate, the lady walked away and they said that was it. I couldn't get on.
Man.
So I had to get a standby. And so I got a standby, and then they gave me another flight in case I couldn't get on the standby. But I did, and then I got in and went to rent a car, but they didn't. At first, they told me they didn't have cars.
Let's go on the other side of the coin. So she is hung up in Philly.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting at the airport waiting. Well, she texted me, but I was already halfway from my house to Madison, Wisconsin, and it's like an hour drive, and of course I'm not going to pick up and read a text while I'm driving. And so I get there, and I pull in, and I'm like, oh, there's a text from someone, so I look to see who it is, and it's her, and she says, oh, I'm not going to make it. And I'm like, oh, crap. I'm sitting here at the airport. Thank God I just pulled in and looked at it and went, oh, boy. So then I figured, well, I'm going to kill 5 hours somehow, 4 hours, however long it's going to take, and wait for her to come and pick her up. Well, I went off to get something to eat, and then you're like, I'm waiting on a standby, and I should be, if it works out, I'll be there at like 2:30 or something, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I said, well, and she's like, you just go, and I'll just figure something out. And I was like, oh, no. Have you ever rented a car before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, because I know, like, I'm sheltered.
Yeah.
I'm very sheltered. I never rented a car before. And I've never, flown somewhere in multiples, where you have to get off maybe three junctions or whatever. You have to go to somewhere and then get on another flight, and then get on another flight, and get on another flight. I just wouldn't go. Okay, I'll just drive. But I was just like, oh, this poor thing. I wonder if she's ever rented a car before.
Go for a little spin. Knock some sawdust off. Okay, this is the part of the video where we get to explore doing wood spirits, which is very similar to doing the gnomes. I mean, it's like anything else. It's as difficult or easy as you want to make it. You can go crazy on these things and make them look super cool. Like there's a lot of guys I see on YouTube and on Facebook who are great at making wood spirits. Mine are kind of, I don't know. They're cool. I like to make them. They're fine, I guess. But as far as making money, they make, you can do these and make some good bucks doing it. It doesn't take a long time. I think that's why I like doing them, is because I don't get bored, because that's the last thing we want, is to be bored.
Hey, Wanda here from Maine. I have been doing the gnomes. I've done 2, and now I'm moving on to wood spirits because I love them. Gonna be doing it on this block of wood right here. I know I can do it because I've seen Jeff do it, so it'll be wicked easy, no sweat, and that's it.
So that's how it's done, folks. All you gotta do is see someone else do it, and apparently she's so freaking smart. Wicked smart, yeah. So Okay, so she's gonna do a wood spirit out of this here chunk of wood. And let's just get out of her way and, well, I'm gonna show her a few tricks first, then I'll get out of her way. Sound good?
Good.
I've rented a car, but I don't know how to do it online. I was trying to do it online, and I'm not technically
No, my brain
savvy.
shuts off the second.
And I couldn't do it,
Yep.
so I had to wait till I got to the airport. But they told me they didn't have any cars, so I had to go to the next teller, and they weren't sure if they had anything. So finally, I got into Avis, and they had a car for me.
That was a pretty cool car.
Yeah, it was a truck actually. I was a little worried about it, but it was a really nice.
It's really nice, yeah. So I got home and I started doing my thing, and I thought you would be at least another half an hour yet, and you pulled in, and that's when our journey began.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a little fun here. So what are some of the things that you were thinking you could work on while you were here? What did you have any kind of expectations? Is what I'm saying.
I wasn't sure what to expect. I just wanted to carve and
Okay.
get as much as I could carving and experience with it.
So one of the things that I have to go over, I should go over right now, because for people that are listening, you can come here and learn how to carve, but the biggest thing is to have some sort of plan, and you should have the plan before you get here, or we can discuss it like we did with her. She just wanted to learn how to carve. I said, do you want to make money doing this? And she's like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. And I'm like, well, do you want to travel? Do you want to compete? Do you want to be a roadside carver? I mean, so all those things, I still have to teach most of the same stuff, but there's an idea, or an ideal situation, like for what I'm going to show her how to carve. And there's a lot of information that goes with it. So if you're just going to sell online, or if you're, we can figure out a plan for that, or if you're going to compete, then we got to figure out a plan for that. And then there's, all the same basic stuff is going to apply, but there's certain things that will make your life easier if I know ahead of time what exactly it is that you want from this class, and what you're going to do with it, the information when you get home. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah, so we kind of figured that out for her, so that's why we discovered that she liked the gnomes that I do, and I like the gnomes that I do. They're fun to carve. I never get sick of carving them. So that's what we're going to do, and if not, well, you're probably seeing me do them right now.
Well, everyone, it's a wrap. This is Wanda's solo project, her wood spirit solo project. And I think it's pretty cool. It's her second one ever, and it looks better than her first one, so that's cool. And you did your gnomes, so we had showed pictures of her gnomes somewheres right here. I don't know where they're going to be, but you carved 2 gnomes, and then we had to go through all of the training for the bar and chain stuff, the maintenance, what to listen for, what to look out for, all that stuff. And then we got to this guy. She's been on this one for a while. So this isn't her gnome. This is one that I carved. But I did a little tutorial for her so that she understands how to finish these things once she gets home and carving gnomes. I think her gnomes turned out excellent. So that's about it. We're gonna head off to get some pizza at Katie's Pizza in Oxford, Wisconsin. And we are going to discuss the rest of her career, see what she wants to do with it, and maybe I can help her out in some way. But if you don't mind, please like and subscribe, smash that notification bell. I will see you, or you'll see me, on the next one. well, this is the final thoughts. We're taking Wanda back to the airport. Dump her off out there. But anyways, this is the final trip. I decided to take Wanda for a tour around some of Wisconsin's more scenic areas out by us, and we decided to do a little post-interview on the way back to the airport. So Wanda is back there. Say hi.
Hi.
Of course, Pam.
Hello.
Okay. So how did you do, Wanda? How do you feel? How did this all go for you?
It went great. I have a lot to. I got a lot of practicing I need to do, and I really enjoyed it. Trying to remember what you said right after you said it was.
That's the big challenge.
But I had a really good time. It was interesting, and I think it's helped me so that I can move beyond what I was doing. And
that's it.
Well, there's more, but I can't think of anything.
Oh my gosh! You don't get to say that's it. I have to say cut, and then you get. All right, cut. And you can stop talking. Remembering things isn't your forte. Let's just say that. Like literally the next minute I can say, well, how did that go? And you're like, I don't know. Do you remember? No. It's like, okay. It's like dealing with myself. It's like, I don't remember either. So, did you like doing like the ninja board stuff? I mean, was that somewhat enlightening?
Yes, I really like doing the ninja board, which when I get home, I'm going to do it again. It helped me have control, figure out how to have control with the saw and movement.
Your body mechanics.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the movement without just doing everything with my arms, doing it with my body, and I did like that. It made a difference.
That's cool. You know, people underestimate that. It's your body mechanics, and you're moving your body towards whatever end of the cut you're trying to make, right? So, like if you're doing like little choppy movements or whatever, and you want to get from one end to the other, you have to move your feet as well, and you have to like think about that and your foot placement and your breathing and everything for doing those really fine, detailed things, and people just don't think about it. So yeah, I'm glad that you thought that was pretty cool, because when I started doing that for myself, I was like, I should probably show this to somebody. This is pretty cool. So I got to show it to Wanda. She liked it. So that's a bonus. Now what about the food situation?
The food was delicious. Pam cooked us our meals, and they were delicious. We had a great meals, and then we went out some nights, and everywhere you took me, the food was fabulous.
Yeah, so we took you to Hot Dog Avenue in the Wisconsin Dells, and we took you to La Tolteca, the Mexican restaurant in Portage, Wisconsin, and then we went to Katie's Pizza for the final meal.
That was great.
And we're probably going to stop at some point here on the road and get some lunch, but I'm starting to get hungry. All this beautiful scenery makes a guy hungry. So yeah, so that's, you know, would you recommend other people to maybe take the class, or is it like a no-go?
Yes, I would. I
Okay.
definitely recommend anybody that wants to learn a little bit more and learn it a different way. I definitely recommend it.
Okay.
And for me, it was, I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to learn what and why and how, and it helped me.
Good. So a lot of I mean, we talked quite a bit as well, and people aren't really prepared for that. They think that they're just going to come and carve. Well, that's not the case. And I say that in most of my videos, actually. There's a lot that we have to do, and there's a lot that we have to talk about, and I have to figure things out for them, because a lot of times the carver just wants to learn how to carve, but we have to direct what I'm gonna show them to kind of coincide with what they want to do with it once they leave. So sometimes it takes a little bit, but and there's stories that get passed back and forth, and we have to learn about each other. And Wanda has a great attitude, and she's very easy to be around. Zero problems so far. So far. But what are you laughing at? You're not going to be a problem now, are you? It's a long walk to the airport. But yeah, so we're gonna stop and get some lunch, and then I'm gonna drop her off. But she was a treat to be around, and she's welcome back anytime. And hopefully we'll see her maybe next year. Yeah. Because I think you need to go and bloody your knuckles a little bit out there and struggle. And the next time you come back, it's easy. Those little things I tried to show her now that she might not have gotten, she'll go home and struggle with, and then when she comes back, she'll be ready to see those things and then be like, oh, duh. It's one of those things. Happens all the time. Happens to me. But all right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and let's wrap this up.
Isn't Wanda cool? Yeah.